All right, Celtics Nation, get ready because there is so much to unpack about our Boston Celtics, and it has been an exhilarating stretch so far. Josh Minott has been turning heads left and right, and it's impossible not to talk about the young talent making waves in Boston. At just 22 years old, Minott is already showing flashes of brilliance that make you wonder how high his ceiling really goes. Watching him on the floor, it's clear that he combines length, athleticism, and sheer determination in a way that's rare for players of his age. Every time he steps onto the court, you see a player who is hungry to make an impact, not just in points, but in rebounds, defense, and even those subtle plays that don't always show up in the box score. This kid has been hitting career highs left and right, whether it's grabbing rebounds that seem impossible for his frame or connecting on passes that elevate his teammates. The energy he brings is palpable, and Celtics fans have noticed, sparking conversations about what the future might hold if he continues on this trajectory. It's hard not to get excited when you consider the potential of a player like Minott. There's a narrative building around him, one that suggests he could become so good that his contract might eventually price him out of Boston. At this point, it feels premature to think that way, but the premise is intriguing. If Minott continues to evolve his game and hits consistent 20-point performances with double-digit rebounds sprinkled in, suddenly you're talking about a player who has the tools to command top-tier offers around the league. But even with that possibility looming, it's important to remember that we're still early in the season. Minott is experiencing the natural highs and lows of a young player finding his rhythm. One game he'll drop 21 points on 8 of 12 shooting, and the next he might struggle to find his touch, reminding everyone that development is rarely linear. The key is that he's learning from each moment, from late-game coaching moments to in-game adjustments, and that kind of growth is what separates good players from great ones. He's absorbing feedback, working on his weaknesses, and continuously refining the elements of his game that will allow him to contribute at an even higher level in the years to come. What's really compelling about Minott's journey is the balance between his individual growth and how it meshes with the team. He's not just a scorer. He's a player who understands the nuances of fitting within a system, working alongside stars like Jason Tatum and making the right plays at the right moments. That ability to adapt and integrate is invaluable, especially in a team like Boston that values both talent and chemistry. And while there is speculation about other teams potentially eyeing him down the line, it's worth noting that Minott's current trajectory is one that benefits Boston first. He's contributing now, showing flashes of star potential, and learning what it means to be part of a contending team. The Celtics front office has an opportunity to nurture this talent, and if handled wisely, Minott could become a cornerstone of the team's future without the immediate risk of losing him to free agency. Meanwhile, there's another player who has quietly been making a significant impact on the team, and that's Neemish Queta. Queta's presence on the court has created a tangible difference in how the Celtics operate defensively. Lineups featuring Queta have an astonishing point differential, largely due to his ability to anchor the paint, grab crucial rebounds, and alter shots. His size and timing make him a legitimate defensive threat, and he has become a stabilizing force in the middle for a team that has needed one. While Queta might not command the spotlight or generate flashy highlight reels like some of the perimeter players, his contribution is measurable in every defensive possession. He influences the game in a way that allows his teammates to thrive, covering gaps, securing boards, and providing the Celtics with a presence in the paint that simply cannot be ignored. The numbers support it. When Queta is on the floor, the team performs at a significantly higher level, showing just how much value he brings in the context of the game. The combination of emerging talent like Minott and the stabilizing influence of players like Queta gives Boston a fascinating mix of youth, potential, and strategic depth. Minott's explosive growth, paired with Queta's defensive acumen, means that the team is developing a core that can be both dynamic and resilient. And while the season is still unfolding, there's an underlying excitement about what these players might become. It's not just about current performance. It's about envisioning a future where Minott grows into a star, Queta continues to anchor the defense, and the Celtics capitalize on their young talent to build a team capable of sustained success. The interplay between these individual stories creates a narrative that keeps fans engaged, constantly analyzing, debating, and speculating about what might happen next. Every game offers a new chapter, and Boston's roster is providing a compelling storyline that blends emerging talent with strategic depth. At the same time, there are challenges and uncertainties that come with young players stepping into larger roles. Minot, for example, still has work to do in rounding out his skill set. He's shown flashes of being able to facilitate, but there are areas like consistent assist production and three-point shooting where growth is still needed. Even with Kata, while his defensive presence is undeniable, questions remain about how his skill set fits into the long-term rotation and whether his ceiling is capped as a backup rather than a starting center. These considerations make every performance significant because each game is not just a stat line. It's a data point in understanding how these players fit into the larger puzzle of building a contender. The team's development strategy involves carefully nurturing talent while understanding the constraints of contracts, salary caps, and the competitive landscape. Boston has the luxury of seeing these players grow in real time, allowing them to measure potential against performance and make informed decisions about the future. The season has also highlighted the importance of context in player evaluation. Minot's highs are exciting, but his lows serve as important reminders of the learning curve that young players navigate. Similarly, Kata's impressive on-off metrics showcase his value, but they also reveal how dependent the team is on his presence for defensive stability. This interplay between individual performance, team context, and long-term strategy is what makes analyzing the Celtics so compelling. Fans are not just watching a game. They're watching the development of a team, witnessing potential unfold, and speculating on how young players will evolve into core contributors. Every rebound, assist, or defensive stop tells a story about the player's growth, the team's strategy, and the potential trajectory of Boston's roster in the coming seasons. Josh Minot's progression, in particular, is a microcosm of what the Celtics are trying to achieve. They are investing in a player with high potential, integrating him into the team structure, and providing guidance that balances opportunity with accountability. From on-court coaching moments to off-court mentorship, Minot is being molded into a player who can contribute at a high level while also developing the versatility needed for long-term success. This dual focus, immediate impact, and future potential, reflects the Celtics' broader philosophy of cultivating talent while staying competitive, and it's something that fans are watching with keen interest. The narrative surrounding Minot and Kata is also shaping broader conversations about team construction and player value. Minot's potential to eventually command a higher contract sparks discussion about the economics of talent development and retention, while Kata's defensive contributions highlight the often overlooked value of role players who influence the game without constant attention. These stories interweave to form a comprehensive picture of a team in transition, one that is balancing youth, experience, and strategic planning to position itself for success. Every performance is scrutinized, every matchup analyzed, and every statistical insight considered as part of a larger puzzle that determines how Boston will navigate the season and beyond. The excitement comes not just from individual performances, but also from the team dynamics that emerge as these players grow. Minot's energy and adaptability complement Tatum's leadership, creating opportunities for synergy on both ends of the floor. Kata's defensive anchoring allows perimeter players to take calculated risks, knowing there is support in the paint. The team is discovering its rhythm, testing combinations, and seeing how emerging talent integrates with established stars. Each game provides insight into rotations, lineups, and strategic adjustments. And for fans, this process of discovery is as thrilling as the highlight plays themselves. The broader implication for Boston is clear. The future looks promising, but it is contingent on continued development and smart roster management. Minot's growth, Kata's consistency, and the interplay between emerging talent and veteran presence create a foundation for sustainable success. It is a delicate balance, requiring careful evaluation, strategic decision-making, and patience, but the potential upside is enormous. Fans are witnessing the early stages of what could become a dominant roster, one capable of contending in the Eastern Conference and beyond. As the season progresses, attention will continue to focus on how these players evolve, how they respond to coaching, and how they perform under pressure. Each game offers a new opportunity for Minot to refine his shot, improve his passing, and assert his presence on the floor. Each matchup provides Kata with a chance to solidify his defensive impact, alter shots, and control the boards. Together, these performances feed into a larger narrative of team growth, individual development, and the shaping of Boston's competitive identity. Fans are not just spectators. They are participants in a story that unfolds with every possession, every adjustment, and every moment on the court. The Celtics season, therefore, is not just about wins and losses. It is about observing potential unfold, evaluating talent, and considering how young players like Minot and Kata will define the team's trajectory in the years to come. The intrigue lies in watching these players take their skills to the next level, adapt to team needs, and integrate into the Celtics system, all while contributing to a team that is navigating the challenges of a competitive league. Every high and low adds depth to the story, offering insight into player development, team strategy, and the complex interplay between talent and opportunity. This is just the beginning of a season that promises to be rich in storylines, statistical insights, and compelling narratives. Boston fans have plenty to discuss, debate, and analyze as they watch the young core evolve, veterans adapt, and the team continue to chase its goals. Minot's rise and Kata's steadying presence are central to this unfolding drama, and the excitement lies in anticipating how each will grow, what adjustments the team will make, and how the Celtics will navigate the challenges ahead. The journey is ongoing, and every game contributes a new chapter to the story of Boston basketball, making this an exhilarating time to follow the team closely. Celtics Nation, as we continue to track the trajectory of this team, it's impossible to overlook the evolving role of players like Nimish Kata and how his presence on the floor has fundamentally shifted the way Boston approaches games. Kata might not be the flashiest name in the league, but his impact is undeniable, particularly on defense and on the boards. Every possession he's involved in seems to tilt the scale slightly in Boston's favor. When he's on the floor, the Celtics appear more cohesive, more controlled, and more confident in executing both defensive schemes and transition opportunities. It's one of those subtle influences that may not make highlight reels every night, but it contributes to wins in ways that pure statistics can sometimes underestimate. What makes Kata especially valuable is his ability to step into high-pressure moments and consistently perform. Even against top-tier competition, he maintains composure, secures crucial rebounds, and alters shots, reminding everyone that a well-placed presence in the paint can shift the momentum of a game in the blink of an eye. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Rumors are swirling in Boston, and Celtics fans might want to hold onto their green jerseys a little tighter. Whispers across the league suggest that Gordon Hayward could be making a sensational return to the Boston Celtics, the team where he first made a major mark in the NBA. Sources close to the situation hint that discussions have been ongoing behind the scenes, and while nothing is confirmed, the buzz alone has reignited excitement in the Garden. Hayward, known for his smooth mid-range jumper and versatile playmaking, left Boston years ago under the usual mix of contract decisions and the unpredictable nature of NBA free agency. Yet, his tenure with the Celtics is still remembered fondly by fans. From clutch shots to memorable playoff performances, Hayward proved himself capable of influencing games at both ends of the floor. Now, speculation suggests he might be poised to don the green once again, potentially filling a gap in the roster and adding veteran leadership to a team hungry for another championship run. The Celtics have been strategically building around their young core, while keeping an eye on experienced talent that could provide depth and stability. Hayward fits that mold perfectly. Known for his professionalism and adaptability, he could slot in seamlessly with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, offering scoring options and court vision while mentoring the next generation of Celtic stars. The timing, according to insiders, could not be better, as the team looks to balance youth and experience heading into a critical season. Even if talks are preliminary, the very idea of Hayward returning has sent social media into a frenzy. Celtic supporters are imagining those familiar highlights. Hayward pulling up for a three-pointer in the clutch, threading passes through tight defenses, and providing calm under playoff pressure. For the league, it's a storyline that keeps everyone talking. Can a former star return and help propel a championship-caliber team? Only time will tell, but the rumor alone has already added a new layer of intrigue to the NBA offseason. As the Celtics front office navigates trade talks and free agent negotiations, all eyes will remain on Hayward. Will this be a homecoming that sparks a championship push, or just another tantalizing what-if in the world of hoops? For now, Boston is buzzing, and fans are dreaming, hoping that Gordon Hayward's return is more than just a whisper. It's the start of a new chapter in Celtics lore. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.